I know. I don't know if I'm going to handle evening walking around.
Well, you just make it fast. You get in somewhere.
Yeah. Walk, go inside.
Yeah.
Go inside.
My Vancouver trip impacted me to challenge myself and conquer all my fears and don't be scared of anything that comes my way. Can we go back?
So we have students from the university across Canada. We also have faculty and staff across BC, some even coming from the States to see you guys. So this is really exciting and a great opportunity not only for us to hear of what you guys are doing at your school.
Because hula is such a big part of the Hawaiian culture, it was important to show them what hula really is, because there's a lot of perception of hula and that it's all about like wearing these nice dresses, but it's a lot deeper than that, and so we got to share that with them. And the people in my workshop really enjoyed themselves, and I feel like they learned a lot. So if you guys want, you can come up. Last one. I feel like we really inspired them with our knowledge and passion and pride for our culture, especially because we're so young. And I actually had a lot of people come up to me after the workshop and just thank me and tell me how much they enjoyed themselves and that they were really grateful that we came and that we made their year. Somebody told me that.
Aloha mai kākou, o karalea kamahalu nui o kalani, ka uhane ko inoa piha, mai Hawaii mai au, kumabalu o umakahiki, mahalo, mahalo. We can preserve the language through plants and food, even sports, but especially in our home is where it begins, in the family. If the family doesn't speak it, then the kids won't speak it, and if the language dies, then the culture will die.
I feel my workshop was of great importance because what they were doing at UBC and to revitalize language through media is something that I actually want to do with my life and as a career permanently. So I feel coming there and showing them what I knew from my culture and how I integrated the 21st century into culture and history and language. So I feel I've inspired many, and many people did respond very positively towards my workshop, seeking my help to inspire their kids like I have inspired them, their teachers.
And then the last quote is, "Ua mau ke ea o ʻāina Kanuikapono," which is our state motto, and pono, which is in our school name, Kanuikapono. Kanu, which means to plant or to cultivate righteousness.
I'm so scared. Welcome to ʻOhekapala, bamboo prints in Hawaii.
I'm Tiani, Kanaka Maoli, Kuʻu. And today our group is Hawaiian printing. This is makaʻihe. You guys see on these papers that we have for you guys. It means warrior, strength. On Kauaʻi we call it kaika, strong. The importance of our Mining Kanamai's workshop was ʻOhekapala, and we picked 4 different symbols, and out of the 4, the triangle and the water has different meanings to different people. These are kapa, like kapa tools. But our manaʻo was about using the kapa and what the old Hawaiians, like, what was their meanings, and we wanted to pass it on so more people know the true meaning of the triangle warrior and the water kekai. Today, for you guys, since we couldn't bring our Kapala bamboo or plants, we made you guys these. We're gonna call these modern day.
It's like it's substitute for the actual like Hawaiian symbol.
Fountains at each corner, and the reason why I made it like the frame of the longhouse, which is on West Coast culture.
Hawaiians, we always lay a pale. A pale is a cushion or a protection, and it's always with aloha. Begin, do, and end with aloha.
So this is a map which gives you a sense of where we are. And the whole family and the property went all the way through here. And so we're about here on this property now. They came here probably probably with the gold rush. Before the gold rush in 1858, there was not really anybody living in this area. With the gold rush, they started, people would come. They had sawmills further on down here, so there were jobs. This is William's son. He worked on it. At one point, he worked on a ship, and he was the person in the center. And this is the other picture here. And this comes from Jimmy Nahene, and that's the family in about 1908, 1910.
You know, before I went there, thinking, oh, they're like really like Kanakas. But when we met Auntie Kate, I would say she looked Caucasian, but she knows all her olelo.
And his son, William Naʻukana, is my grandfather. But when the border went through and he landed up on the American side, they weren't allowed to own land, they didn't allowed to vote.
The difficulty was on the American side of the border was still slavery, and so they treated all the Hawaiians as if they were blacks. And didn't give them any rights or anything at all. One thing they wanted to do was to vote. And so you look at the first voters list for British Columbia, which was 1871. All the Hawaiians, the Hawaiians were actually on the voters list.
Back then in the 1850s, 1840s, things were a lot different in Hawaii. It was not such a pleasant place to be. So why would they not come back here, where they had a few civil liberties and they owned land and they had work? There's a lot of young people, my age and younger, that have no idea they have Hawaiian heritage. And then there was many of them that went back to the reserves with their wives, where their wives were from, raised their children, and they're raised as First Nations people. And if they start saying, oh yeah, but I have Hawaiian blood in you, then that could jeopardize their status.
So a little bit of history about the museum. It was inspired by the construction of the Haida big houses, which have this. If you look at the building, you can see these posted beams. Normally we bring school groups in here and they have lunch in this, and there's many things that happen in here. Sometimes they have ceremony.
That is also a resource for the Aboriginal communities, whose the elders come here to be with their ancestral objects, or their ancestors, which they are. And younger people come here to learn the art. The foundation of this museum, it's been an absolute central part that this is owned by, not by UBC, it's owned by the host communities.
Yeah. So again, Musqueam territory. We talked about the Papakiwak, and then the Musqueam. It's huge. carving can touch him. And it's fun to touch him because he's got this texture, like a fur. It's a bear. It's one of Bill Reed's pieces, which is called The Raven and the First Men. So the raven, he is flying around in Hawaii, and there had just been a great flood. In the clamshell, there's all these little figures, people that are emerging, and so he decides to go down there and encourage them to come out and see the world. And some of them are really curious, and others are like totally terrified, and they're like going back into the clan. They don't want to come out.
It was just a really amazing and awesome experience, especially it was a really good bonding experience with my classmates. It was just a cool experience to go to a different country and learn and see that the people had so much pride for their culture as well, and like that's like something that we shared with them because we have pride for our culture, and then to see that, and we went to a gala celebration of indigenous cultures, and there was a bunch of different performers, and it was all like cultural based, and it was just really, really cool and really inspiring.
This trip was definitely life-changing and unforgettable, and I will definitely cherish this for the rest of my life, and to realize what I needed to do with my life, which was preserve indigenous languages through music, media, and film.
It was really fun, and I feel that me and the seniors came a little closer, and just going into a whole nother country, it really brings you close.
It really inspired me to not only stay in one area, but to expand my knowledge to other places and education instead of just Kauaʻi or Hawaii itself. I enjoyed it. It really opened my eyes to many things, and it has changed me into a better person in my culture and in my personal life.
I like to thank Uncle Kurt Last.
Uncle Kurt Last.
Uncle Kurt Last.
For giving us the opportunity
to be able to go to this place.
Vancouver,
and if it weren't for you,
enough
it would never have been possible.
Help us on this journey. And
Kurt Last, you're the best. Thank you for helping pay for this trip.
That's my mom.
Mahalo and
people for never giving up on us and taking us far, far away.
Auntie Masha.
For always being there 110% and always pushing us, even though we get mad sometimes. The Kanakas, or First Nations.
All of the Vancouver ʻāina who welcomed us.
That were there with us.
And Auntie
Candace.
Uncle
Magic.
We miss you, and thank you for having us there.
Everyone that made us feel like
we're at home there.
And also people that at home who were supporting us.
And the #1 guy above every day. Thank you.